So he pleaded to reduce his 40-year sentence, but the UN Appeals Court has ruled the former Bosnian Serb leader Radovan Karadzic will spend the rest of his life in prison for his role in the 1990s war in Bosnia. The Hague-based tribunal upheld his conviction on charges including genocide, war crimes and crimes against humanity. Let's start with an update from The Hague. Sonia Gallego covering events for us. Sonia, was there satisfaction perhaps with the results from the relatives?
Come on, indeed there was, and in fact when the sentence was read out, there was a cheer from the public gallery that was heard there. And speaking to the relatives of the victims outside here, there have been relatives from an organisation called Mothers of Srebrenica who said that there was satisfaction, the feeling that justice had been done. Of course, this is very much a bittersweet because this comes after decades of suffering and hurt suffered by the relatives here, but a feeling that justice had done its job here and that they could have confidence in this and with that ruling. And so this is what they wanted originally. 40 years for many felt like too little, and what they really wanted to see was Radovan Karadzic put behind bars for the rest of his life.
How significant is this particular decision, Sonia, and does it draw a line under at least the whole judicial process to do with the war?
Absolutely. I mean, this is one of the last remaining cases that's being heard. Of course, the tribunal for the former Yugoslavia closed in 2017, and what they're doing now is listening to the remaining cases here. So this is one of the last ones, and it is a major, monumental case, one of the most important ones, namely because, of course, it deals with one of the worst genocides committed on European soil since the Second World War, and that's the massacre of Srebrenica. And the time that it took to bring these people to justice as well. Of course, the indictments were put out in 1995 after the massacre itself, but the leader Radovan Karadzic went into hiding, as did his military commander Ratko Mladic. Karadzic himself was in hiding for some 13 years before being arrested in Belgrade in 2008. He has been here at The Hague since then, and even though he was sentenced in 2016, of course he appealed that decision as well, but most of those today were really not quashed in effect. Also, another reason why this is significant as well is for so many people, for other wars that are taking place around the world, this also is a very important precedent in terms of how leaders or would-be leaders are treated in terms or held to account for the crimes that they have committed. In this case here, it was genocide, it was crimes against humanity, and it was war crimes, and that is also what lawmakers are looking at how this can be continued forward with other conflicts that are taking place around the world, not least of all because of the antipathy which international justice is being held by certain countries such as the United States, the Philippines. This really brings it into perspective just how important it is to hold people who are in positions of leadership for their actions during such conflicts. Kamal.
Sonia Gallego with that update from The Hague. Thank you.